It's been a while since we talked about the Ace family, and that's mainly because they've actually managed to stay out of drama lately. They've been in Dubai for a holiday, and there really hasn't been that much to talk about. I was actually expecting them to be done with YouTube by now. Last year, they made the announcement that they were quitting YouTube come the new year, and they were going to focus on traveling and other ventures.
So, the sad news is, which is today's title, how do we say this? This is the last year that the Ace family will be on YouTube.
That's literally the whole reason they did the Ace Fest. They said they wanted the Ace Fest to be one final event before they left YouTube. But here we are, months deep into 2023, and there's no sign of the Ace family quitting. They've vlogged their entire holiday in Dubai, they've been documenting them going to open houses and looking at all these different mansions, and now we even have a documentary. It's a mess, so let's get into it. Last week, Austin announced a documentary about what happened during his fight with Gib. As you guys know, last year Austin lost to Gib, and I'm not talking about slightly lost. He lost over and over and over again and ended up in the hospital. The following day, Austin posted this video and he announced he was done with boxing and wanted to get back to his family and focus more on his YouTube channel. A lot of people thought that maybe he suffered some kind of serious head injury and that's why he was quitting. The fight was so brutal and a lot of people thought it should have been called ages before it was. Well, in a video posted last week, Austin said he had something to share about the fight that he's been holding in for a while now, and he was finally ready to share it.
It took me 6 months to convince myself that it was okay to share my experience of what happened to me the night of the fight.
Or the day of the fight, like the full-blown day.
Yeah, my team and I have been filming a short documentary for you guys about the day of the fight and what I experienced.
You said we were filming a documentary. That is true, but I do want to say that the footage that was from 6 months ago was not planned to be a documentary. We just so happened, by the grace of God, to have some footage, but we were not actually filming that day like that. It just so happens that there was camera people that happened to get certain shots.
And right away, I just thought, okay, he's gonna try and make some excuse as to why he lost, and then he'll end up asking for a rematch, or he'll talk about the after effects of the fight and maybe some major brain injury that he got from that night. Well, yesterday Austin posted a video titled My Untold Story, and you guessed it, Austin had an excuse as to why he lost the fight. To start off, the entire video is extremely dramatic. Austin has this dramatic music playing in the background. He talked about how he didn't want to announce what he's literally about to announce because he didn't want to take away the win from Gib, but yet here he is still announcing it. All of this, a whole documentary to claim he had COVID, and that's apparently why he lost. Austin said the day leading up to the fight, he actually wasn't feeling good, but he just decided to ignore it. He went to bed, and then the day of the fight, he was feeling horrible. All he wanted to do was sleep, he felt run down, he was literally having every single symptom of COVID. He said he kept it to himself and didn't want to tell anyone and risk the fight being cancelled, but once he got onto the bus to go to the fight, it really hit him. He felt like he was going to be sick and even had to stop on the side of the road to throw up. Austin apparently confided in his trainer, and he told him that he had a fever and felt extremely sick, but instead of, doing the right thing and sending him home, he came up with a plan to help him feel better so he could still fight.
So I basically just said, hey bro, I have a fever right now, I'm super hot, I got the chills, I'm sweating, my body is aching. Is there anything we can do other than stall until I have to fight because I need to get better immediately? And he just gave me the rundown of, we got to get electrolytes in you, let's have you rest up and just not think about nothing.
Even the commission came in and they knew that something wasn't right with Austin, but Austin lied to them and said that he ate something bad and he would be fine.
Literally just laying down on the couch, just trying to get some rest, hoping I feel better in the next few hours. The commission keeps asking me, hey, is everything okay? What's going on with you? They see I have electrolytes next to me. They see I have fruit next to me, but they knew something wasn't right. And all I was telling them was, hey, I think I ate something bad. I'll be okay. I'm literally trying to just make sure that they don't stop me from fighting. I'm literally lying to them, telling them I'm going to be okay. But I know deep down inside, I wasn't okay.
Austin literally admitted that he was lying to them so they wouldn't cancel his fight. And here's where things start to get crazy. Austin was so hung up on fighting Gib and not canceling that he called up his personal doctor and snuck in a nurse to the venue to give him an IV, even though you're apparently not allowed to do that before a fight. They had to sneak the doctor in past the commission and keep it a secret.
Obviously, if anybody knows about boxing, you can't do none of this the night of your fight. And obviously the commission had no idea because we had to sneak everything we were doing in order for me to have a chance to fight.
And I'm just like, why would you openly admit that on camera? Why would you admit to sneaking a nurse in to give you an IV behind all these people's backs when you're apparently not allowed to do that? I honestly have no idea about boxing or any of the rules, but Austin literally said that he had to sneak these people in, so obviously that's frowned upon. I just don't get it. Isn't that like something you could be banned for or like not taken seriously going forward? After Austin lost, he said he went to the hospital and right away he was tested positive for COVID. So let me just get this straight. Austin knew that he was sick the day before the fight. He had all the symptoms of COVID. He knew something was majorly wrong with him, enough to sneak in a nurse. He lied to the commission and exposed thousands of people to COVID, knowing something wasn't okay. He literally put so many people at risk just because his ego was so big and he couldn't deal with the backlash of canceling or postponing the fight. Austin really thought it was more important to protect his image than to keep people safe and do the right thing. Tons of people are calling Austin out in his comments, writing, "I swear to God, this is just a BS stunt to make Austin look good. I swear." It's also kind of odd that his friend is mic'd up when they're talking about how they can't believe this happened right before the fight. These people will do anything. Sad. So you exposed a ton of people. So he came into contact with all those people feeling that bad and still decided it was okay to keep being around people? I hate how people are disregarding that and saying they are glad he fought. Like, no, he should have canceled and not put people at risk. So you exposed everyone to COVID to prove a point, which is completely messed up. People are dying from COVID. I'm not even that big into COVID, but you sit there and showed all the signs and symptoms of something that shut down the world for 2 years and exposed thousands of people. Some more likely have lower working immune systems. You are absolutely immature for exposing anyone in the ring, in the back, in the halls, anywhere in between, all because you just had to fight. Gross. And many people are now questioning why Austin wasn't tested right before the fight. Some people were commenting, I don't know if I believe this because I'm sure they would have tested you for COVID before the fight. I thought they test COVID before the fight or event. And I'm just like, they must have made him take a COVID test. This is a huge arena with tons of people. He's coming in direct contact with so many people from the refs, the audience, the medics, and Gib who flew internationally. At this point, I'm like, is he lying about having COVID to soften the blow of losing? Or was the arena totally negligent in testing him? Some people think that Austin is trying to take away from Gib with his COVID story, writing, "Should have pulled out from the fight. Sounds like you're discrediting Gib's win." Another really strange thing about this video is Austin said in the hospital they wanted to actually keep him because his fever was so high. But he decided to leave and he went to spend time with his family. Like, I'm sorry, but if you have COVID, why would you be rushing home to be around your family? The last thing you should want to do is be around your healthy family and your babies. It's just really not adding up. And I'm not saying that Austin didn't have COVID. I'm not saying that he faked a COVID test or anything like that. But if he actually did have COVID, he was nothing but irresponsible and put so many people at risk because of his ego. At the end of the documentary, Austin announced his shocking return back to boxing. Even though he said he was done with it last year, he said that Catherine gave him the okay and he's ready to fight again. He did say that he's done with boxing through his own company Social Gloves, and his next fight will be with a company that's not his own so he can solely focus on fighting. He's claiming that he has all these fights already lined up in Europe, and he even called out Gib to fight him again. So yeah, I don't know what Austin was trying to do with that video, but either way you cut it, it's not looking good for him. If he was truly that sick and had COVID and he knew it, he just put so many people at risk, and there's nothing brave about that. So many of his young fans are being like, "Oh, Austin, you're so brave for not giving up and going on to fight." And I feel like that just goes to show you the maturity level of his audience. They're all young kids that think the Ace family can do no wrong. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about everything down below. Are you actually buying Austin's excuses? Or do you think he's just trying to look for a reason for why he lost? And if you do think he's telling the truth, how messed up do you think it is that he lied about being okay just so he could fight? Let me know, and I'll see you next time.